Hey, everybody. This is Dennis, and I'm doing a broadcast of a 1980 summer sprint game. And at the same time, there's going to be an SFFRL NFC Conference Championship game going on. In this game, Jersey was poised to expand on their 7-3 lead when they just threw a pick, saving Pittsburgh from falling behind 14-3. So they get the ball back. It's a bomb to Harold Jackson. Look at all those chances for a completion on Craig Morton's card, but it hits the interception split, incomplete. Guessed right, that would have been incomplete anyway, but still. You hate to miss those opportunities when you get it guessed wrong. So I don't know what we're going to do here. I might jump back and forth. Button hook to Walter Payton, 13 yards and a first down. Jersey was the number 1 seed, 12-4. Pittsburgh, I think, was 9-7. They're the number 5 seed. And they both won their round 1 games. For the left to Ted Brown, it's going to be incomplete. But Jersey's team is Pittsburgh's team is average on defense, but they have Walter Payton. That was his first round pick that's driving this team. Jersey, on the other hand, is average against the run, good against the pass, and they have some good runners in Cullen Bryant, among others. So let's see how this turns out. A lot of offensive firepower for Pittsburgh, which is unusual in this era. Jersey showing blitz and not bringing it, but there's still a sack thanks to the defensive line. The free safety double teamed Stanley Morgan. Herb Orvis in his 8 pass rush beat Dave Scott and his 4 pass blocking. Inside run to Payton, picks up 2, guessed right. It was a 3 wide set, so the white die 1 made it a guessed right call. 43-yard punt. So Pittsburgh's still trailing, and Jersey gets the ball back to try to drive again. Now, I have never done this before, but I'm going to try to start a broadcast on the other thing. Let's see what their game ID is. This is an SFFRL. The Bengals have already advanced to the Super Bowl, and they'll be facing whoever wins between up the middle to Cullen Bryant. Offensive right guard, +7 or +2, and that's Randy Cross. He makes the block. So let's see what we got here. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings, the 2016 versions of these teams. Whoever wins will advance and play the Bengals, who made it by beating the Baltimore Ravens 12-9. Up the middle to Cullen Bryant, short yardage defense, 2nd and 3. So there'll be a man in the zone, but it goes guessed right on the runner's card. Look at that Cullen Bryant card. Hardly any fumble chances. Guessed right. Guessed wrong. Tons of short gains and stuff. So we're going to watch this game over here. Can we broadcast 2 games simultaneously? We're about to find out. Out left to Gerald Thompson. 37-yard pickup. That gives Jersey 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 28. Back in the other game, Philadelphia has the ball first, and they have an inside run to Ryan Matthews. Guessed wrong, picks up 6. So again, we have the Strat Fanform Football League Stock League. Eagles against the Vikings over here. And we got the Jersey Rebels against the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1980 summer sprint. That was a guessed wrong run that lost a yard. Curled Ahmad Rashad 4-man in zone, incomplete. Burt Jones is the quarterback for Jersey. They have the Minnesota Vikings receivers. That's a draft league over there. Here's a stock team. Let's see how the Eagles are doing. They picked up a first down with a guessed wrong run to Ryan Matthews. 3rd and 11 here for Jersey. This is going to be such a jumbled broadcast. 2 games at once, both kicking off at the same time. So what am I going to do? I can't be in 2 places at once. Back over there was a first down run for Matthews. Guessed right. Guessed right. Connection from Jones to Sammy White goes for 16. First and 10 at the 13. Second and 7 here. Eagles looking to take the lead on their opening possession. Crossing pattern to Jordan Matthews. 4-minute zone. Guessed wrong. Incomplete on Wentz's card. That's the previous version. This next version coming up with the 2017 stats. Wentz will have a better card. Crossing pattern to Sammy White. Guessed wrong and hits a blank. 3rd and 10 over here. Jersey up 7-3. 3rd and 7 over here in a scoreless game. Off tackle draw to Darren Sproles. 3 wide. He's going to pick up 9, but containment is in play and is stopped short on 4th and 2. And over here, that was a 5-yard pickup on 3rd and 10, and it'll be a field goal. So the Jersey Rebels take a 10-3 lead. The Eagles they're going to settle for a field goal too. No, they're going for it. Go big or go home. Dave Szymanski, the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles in my stock league, is going for it against Rick Ramacier and his Minnesota Vikings. Let's check on Pittsburgh. They got a decent kick return out to 37. Peyton and Ted Brown in the backfield. Slant to Trey Burton. Guessed wrong. 3-minute zone. Touchdown for the Eagles. They say, forget the field goal. We know to get to the Super Bowl, we have to take chances. And they take a 7-0 lead. 2nd and 11. Got my boys here playing Minecraft. Building up something with black terracotta. Man, if only they could do some renovations at our house using Minecraft. That would be awesome. 2nd and 11. Third and 7 now after that 4-yard pickup. The Eagles kick off to the Vikings. No, it's sharing the screen. There's no camera. Say hi.
Pepsi Cola, they have sponsors.
Pepsi Cola. 3rd and 7. Slant to Joe Spencer turns into a must run for 4 yards. Back over here, we got 1st and 10. Quick out right to Kyle Rudolph. There was 2 men in the zone on the D cards. That would have stopped it, but instead it's a 7-yard gain. 4th and 3 now, as Pittsburgh can't pick up a first down. Craig Morton had that must run on 3rd and 7 for 4 yards, but they kick it back to Jersey. And that Jersey team is so strong, they just keep pounding away at you. 2 minutes to go in the half here. 8:24 to go in the first quarter here after that 7-yard reception. Sam Bradford's got really powerful flat pass card. Quick out left to Rudolph. There's a man there, but it's a white die 6, picks up 16 yards, and that is a first down. Hold on, we had an incomplete pass there on first down for the Rebels. It's 2nd and 10. And Gerald Thomas of the Rams and Cullen Bryant of the Rams. Nice 1-2 punch. It's a guessed right run that's going to go nowhere and bring up 3rd and 10. 1st and 10 after that white die 6, and it's an off-tackle run for 5 yards. Minnesota advances into Philadelphia territory, trailing by 7. 3rd and 10 for the Rebels. Cullen Bryant in the backfield. They go 3 wide. It's a curl to Ahmad Rashad. And it hits on the 9 on Burt Jones's card. First down. 2nd and 5. 3 wide versus 3-5. Jerick McKinnon in the backfield. Square end to Stephon Diggs being double covered, incomplete. Dave was really on his game, knocking me out as Seattle in the NFC divisional round. And a lot of times he had those correct double teams, which made it very tough to move the ball. Over here, Jersey picks up another first down. A flat pass to Ahmad Rashad picks up 10 yards. One minute to go in the half as Pittsburgh tries to keep it a single-score game. 3rd and 5 over here. After that correct double team, square out left to Adam Thielen. 2-minute zone. Look at Dave's got his mind reading tools up, and that's going to be incomplete, and he's going to force a kick. Crossing pattern to Terry LeCount. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. After that clutch 3rd down conversion, Burt Jones is trying to get into field goal range. After the short punt, Philadelphia takes over, leading by 7. Ryan Matthews in the backfield. Slant to Victor Hicks. One linebacker coming. No, it works. Don't do that. Here, I'll fix it. Bring it here. Incomplete pass on 2nd and 10. Okay, 3rd and 10 here for Jersey. This is a key play. We'll focus on this drive. Flair left to Colin Bryant, picks up 4. That'll bring up 4th and 6. And with the amount of time left, he might go for it, figuring that there won't be enough time for Pittsburgh to do any damage. He takes it down to 15 seconds. He decides to punt it. Checking on the Eagles game, they got a first down on a guest right short pass to Carson Wentz. Off tackle run left to Ryan Matthews. Guest right, picks up 3. Second and 2. So I imagine Pittsburgh would just be happy to knee it out and get into halftime only down a touchdown. Oh, they go for a run. Well, Peyton does have that big plus 61 on Snake Eyes. Takes it down to 1 second left if he calls a timeout, but he just lets the clock run out. And Jersey leads 10-3 at the half. Back over here, Philadelphia looking to extend their lead. They picked up another first down after Kenjon Barner ran for 16 yards right now. Eagles have got some really good runners. Barner, Matthews, Jay Ajayi. Quick slant to Trey Burton. That's going to be guessed wrong. Pick up 13 yards. Now they're inside the 20. Try to hit the yellow nerve bullet. Oh, okay. Almost. 1st and 10 down to the 17. Ryan Matthews checks in the 2 tight end set. Inside run to Ryan Matthews. Guessed wrong. And there's a short gain. Touchdown. Eagles go up 14-0. Man, they got to feel good about their Super Bowl chances. Pitch out left to Walter Payton as the second half has started over here. Go home, Mom. She's calling you. So Pittsburgh gets the ball first. If they're able to drive down and get some points, that could help their bid. Flair right, nobody in the zone, and there's a sack on the play as Walter Payton can't protect against Burgess Owens. 3rd and 12. 12:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, the Vikings are trying to get on the board. They go 3 wide, trying to get something going against this tough Eagles defense. They have a lot of zeros, but their cards are really strong, so it's tough to move the ball at times, especially when Dave's calling good double teams. So it'll be 2nd and 10 over here. 3rd and 12 over here after an incomplete bomb as Craig Morton looked for J.T. Smith. Oh, no, that was third down, so they're going to have to punt it. And you're just asking for trouble. Just keep giving Jersey opportunities with the ball in their hands. And there's a 53-yard punt return. They're down to the 12-yard line or 13-yard line. That sets them up for a nice, possibly easy score as they go to their pro set with Gerald Thomas and Cullen Bryant. It's a run. Guessed right goes nowhere. Guessed wrong, that would have been a 4-yard gain. Over here, the Vikings face a 3rd and 3. Matt Asiata in the backfield, 3 wide. Second and 10 for the Rebels. Pitch out left to Chuck Muncie, picks up 5. Guess right flat pass to Bradford, converts that one. And they got the first down. Minnesota now 1st and 10 near midfield. Eagles up 14-0 over the Vikings. Vikings need to drive and get a touchdown here to keep this thing close. Quick out left to Kyle Rudolph. Another flat pass. They're going to try to inch their way down the field. Incomplete on the receiver card. 1st and goal now for the Rebels as Gerald Thomas picked up 5 yards. We'll stick with this drive for now until they finish it off. I think there's a way to split my screen. I wonder if I could do that. It's a touchdown, offensive right guard +6 or +2, and Jersey goes up 16-3, pending the extra point. Meanwhile, Minnesota only picked up a yard after that first down incompletion on Rudolph's card guessed right, and now they're facing a 3rd and 9. They go 3 wide. The Eagles respond with a 3-4, so they can cover the flats. Crossing pattern to Stephon Diggs. He is sacked and the ball stripped out. The Vikings recover, but they can't advance it very far and they'll be forced to punt. So here we go. Rebels up 17-3. Pittsburgh now needs to drive and get it back to a single score. They got a linebacker in zone X or short gain, a 16-yard flat pass, and now a 10-yard flat pass as the zone was vacated. So Pittsburgh is into Jersey territory. Let's see what their halftime adjustments were like. It's a fly to Stanley Morgan. Guessed wrong. Incomplete. So Ron's getting his chances. Just can't seem to get one of those good numbers when he's got a guessed wrong bomb. Off tackle draw left to Payton. Picks up 5, 3rd and 5 at the Jersey 42. Eagles have the ball back, 1st and 10. Punt was inside to the 7. They now out to the 17. Pitch out left to Payton on a 3rd and 5. He tries to run it. Gets the card guessed wrong, but doesn't get anywhere. Would have been stopped with containment anyway. And instead of punting, they're going to go for it. So maybe they weren't even worried about picking up the first down on the last one. They just wanted to get it to make it 4th and no containment. Slant to Joe Sensor, incomplete. Craig Morton can't move the chains. Jersey takes over. Poised to put this one away. Let's check in on the Eagles, guessed right run off tackle to Darren Sproles. Linebacker in zone -1 or +5, and Eric Kendricks can't make the play. So it's a 5-yard gain, 3rd and 1 now. A lot of time left in this one, but the Vikings don't want to let the Eagles get out to a 3-score lead. Third and 1, he tries to switch it up and go for a pass. Guessed wrong, that would have been a first down, but Rick sniffed it out, guessed right, and it's incomplete. 4th and 1. Will the Eagles go for it in their own territory? No, they're going to punt. And look at that. Jersey's already putting the nail in the coffin here. Up 14, 2nd and 9, 3rd quarter, and they're in field goal range. Slant to Victor Higgs. Steelers desperately need an interception, but they give up 15 yards, and it's now 1st and 10 at the 13. So Vikings now have a chance. They get the ball back after the punt, 11-yard return, 12:18 to go in the half. Off tackle draw left. That's going to pick up 16, and they're into Eagles territory. 6-yard run guessed wrong by Cullen Bryant. Up the middle to Cullen Bryant, 1 man in zone, offensive center +6 or +1. 3rd and 3, 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. If the Rebels score here with this rule set, no dump off, no white die 6, this game's over. We'll zoom in here for one more play, then we'll switch back to see how the Vikings are doing against the Eagles in the Modern League. Inside run to Mike Thomas being keyed, and he's stuffed. So it'll be 20-3, assuming he kicks the field goal. So nice stop there by Pittsburgh. Efren Herrera, the old Seahawk, is on for the kick. It's up and it's good on a 2 through 10, and it'll be a 17-point lead for the Rebels. Now, Minnesota is now at the Eagles 25. Fly to Adam Thielen, guessed wrong, nobody's in the zone. Minnesota really needs this, and they don't get it. In fact, the ball is intercepted. Look at those long gain chances. It was covered by a 0. So 8, 9, 10, 3, 4, and probably 50-50 on 2. And there you go. The Eagles will stop that drive and take over on their own 20. Pittsburgh gets a 23-yard run by Walter Payton. They're at the Rebels 36. A quick touchdown here gives them a shot. 2nd and 1 after that 9-yard pickup on a flat pass. White die 6. So even though there was a man in the zone, it turned into a 0-man in zone. Sneak to Wentz. Guessed wrong. Nobody there. Such a tough offense to stop. Offensive left guard +6 or +2. Pick on Walter. Short gain by Craig Morton takes it to the jersey 24. It's a fly to Stanley Morgan. Look at that. Well over 50% chance for a long gain. Just hits the wrong number on a receiver rating with 0-man in zone. Guessed wrong. Bomb. And Pittsburgh, they're still, they're 2nd and 10, but we're now into the 4th quarter. They're not getting the break so far. 1-yard run for the Eagles on 1st down. On an off tackle, nobody in the zone. Off tackle left to Peyton, guessed wrong. Only picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. You got to take the field goal if you don't pick this up, because You want to get it back to a 2-score game. But it's got to be disheartening as he was seemingly moving the ball in there rather rapidly. Off tackle left to Sproles. Guessed wrong, but the dreaded 5 comes up. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 6 over here. Peyton in the game. 3 wide. In the shotgun. And they go for a bomb. Incomplete. 4th and 6. Take the field goal. Give yourself a chance. See if he does it. The kickers in this era weren't that reliable. Look at that sack chance. It was a 0% chance of a sack, but the random was a 1. Ron says, I'm going for it. I don't trust my kicker. Let's take a quick peek at his kicker. Maybe he's justified in that. At the 20, he's 2 through 9. That's pretty darn good for the era. You're going to need those 3 points at some point. And it's not like you have no containment here. Slant to Joe Sensor, incomplete. You got to take the field goal there. That would have been a good field goal chance, assuming you weren't adjusted back too far. Keep yourself alive, but now 13:30 to go, 17-point lead with good guess right runners. It was an uphill climb no matter what, but let's go check out the Vikings, see how they're doing. Another 16-yard run as they're now in the field Eagle territory. Crossing pattern to Cordero Patterson, picks up 14. Bradford's good short, flat, and long. Off tackle draw left to McKinnon. The white die 1 stopped it from working. Jersey's just going to burn some clock, run. Short gain guessed wrong on Gerald Thomas. Ball's up close to midfield. Curled Ahmad Rashad versus short yardage defense. It's a 15-yard pickup. Joe's just sticking the dagger in here. Double team, correct double team there as Bradford looked for Adam Thielen, but it's incomplete. It would have been a long gain without the double team, so good job there by Dave as he's trying to stop any momentum from building for Rick. Inside run draw to McKinnon. Only gets a yard, and he will have to settle for a field goal. Here comes Kai Forbath. Kai being Kai. Kai's Kai. And it's up and good. 14-3. The Vikings are on the board. .23 Jersey over here as they're inside field goal range. Stuff on first down. So the Eagles take over, leading by 11. Looking to use up the rest of the time and end with some kind of points. Incomplete as they went for a bomb. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd and 11. Jersey running out of carries, but they don't really care. They lose 3 yards, but they know time's running down. They're up 3 scores. They'll punt it. Herman Weaver, Thunderfoot. And it goes into the end zone. 3rd and 10. Wentz on 2nd down went for Carson Wentz on a quick out left. And it was incomplete. It was an interception split, so a double team there by the free safety could have been a huge momentum swing for Minnesota. That's what they need right now. Deep to Darren Sproles, double covered. And there's 1 man in zone only still, so it's incomplete. That would have been a crushing plus 31-yard gain if it had landed on 4. Eagles will punt. $55-yard punt, coffin corner, and the Vikings will take over on their own 26. They stay 3 wide. Inside run draw to Jerick McKinnon. 15-yard pickup. That's a couple of, I think we've seen 3 of those 8s double box so far. Rick says keep bringing them on. 3rd and 8 here for Pittsburgh. Screen right to Peyton. Guessed wrong because his coverage guy had left, but it doesn't hit a good roll for Pittsburgh. Just when it rains, it pours. Bomb to Charles Johnson. 0 men in zone. Guessed right. Receiver reading incomplete. Again, 8-9 would have been a long game. 3-4 as well. And 11. 2nd and 10. Despite all those zeros, this is a really tough defense to crack, especially the way Dave's using his personnel and anticipating your play calls. Inside run draw to McKinnon. Picks up 3, 3rd and 7. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. I think Rick will let it run, and I think Dave will too. 137 if he goes hurry up. He does go hurry up. So 3rd and 7. He needs a Bradford hit here. Off tackle draw left. Onside tackle +8 or +3. Takes it to 4th and 4. No containment now. Does he dare risk it? No risk it, no biscuit. But might be a little bit too early to be going buck wild like that. 4th and 4 at the 47. Oh my goodness. I stand corrected. He is going to go for it. Three wide. This is where Dave goes 3-4. Thinking he's going to get a flat pass. Bomb to Stephon Diggs. Single cover by 0. He really needs a big play here. Loses 3 yards. Not what the doctor ordered. He did get a dump off. He had 0 men in zone. All those readings on the G card would have resulted in a first down, except for 8 and 9. And even those might have gotten a first down, but as you see here, the receiver reading on Asiata was not good. So 1st and 10. Eagles have it at the Minnesota 44. They'd at least like to get a field goal and go back, restore their 2-touchdown lead. Let's see what's going on over here. It's all over but the crying in the 1980 summer sprint semifinal as Pittsburgh trails 23-3. They have the ball, but they're running out of time. 1 yard loss on a flat pass, guessed right on Snake Eyes. That makes it 2nd and 11. So nice pace in the other game. This one's a little slower. Pitch out right to Sproles. Guessed wrong. Picks up 7. That'll be 3rd and 4. At the Viking 38. Doubleheader madness here. Third and 4. Inside run to Ryan Matthews. He's being keyed. There's a 6 rated linebacker there. Might be the free safety. It is a free safety, 6'6". So this should be good for the defense. Not many ways for them to gain yards. It'd have to be on a D card with a run, with a offensive lineman rating. Instead, it's linebacker in zone 0 or +5. That goes nowhere, leaving the Eagles in no man's land. But with such a limited time left, I think they're going to go for it again, try to get into field goal range. 4th and 4, 8 seconds left. They'll have one more play. I would have liked to see them use a timeout there, because if they do make it, they're not going to have time for anything but a field goal. I very much doubt they'll punt it here. The only reason to let the time run is if you're just going to kick a field goal. But this is this is Caleb Sturgis here. This is pretty good. 2 through 6 and 12 out to the 38. But next year, I think they have a kid named is Jake Elliott or something like that, who has a big leg. So 4th and 4, Ryan Matthews in the game. Slant to Zach Ertz, guessed wrong. They're keying Matthews again, and it hits a blank on Wentz's card. 1st and 10, Vikings, as they avoid damage. They'll have time for one more play. So I guess that's the reason why you do let the clock run down, because you don't give them any time left to do anything. Take a knee time for Jersey as they easily take care of Pittsburgh and move on to the championship game, where they'll face the Orange County Ramblers, which was a rematch of the 1985 championship game in summer sprint. So will Joe come out on top? Joe, it's like the Minnesota Vikings over here, is that gets to the Super Bowl and loses. He's like 0-3, I believe, in Super Bowls. We got halftime here, 14-3. Let's go back over here. Let's take a look at the box score. So Pittsburgh was only managed to pick up 8 first downs on 165 yards. That Jersey defense is tough. Craig Morton, 6 of 24 for 92 yards. Burt Jones had a solid day. Peyton held under 100, whereas the Rebels had 2 backs, Cullen Bryant and Gerald Thomas, finished with over 100 yards. So that's pretty much it. Ahmad Rashad had 6 catches for 81 yards. 4th and 7, 15 seconds left. He's going to go for it. Incomplete on 4th down. Jersey will take a couple knees. So congratulations to Jersey. 4th time's a charm. It might be 5th. I have to look. Are we still in halftime over here? Yep, looks like it. Let's take a quick look at the website. In summer sprints, Joe is over 2. And then in battle royales, both kind of the same type of league. One's modern, one's retro. Joe is 0 for 1. No, 0 for 2. So he's 0 for 4 in the championship game. Both losses in the battle royale were to me. In summer sprint, he lost to Rick. And who was the other one? Paul. So he gets a rematch of I'm sorry, I said the 1985. It's a rematch of the 1986 summer sprint season. 85 was won by Tom Cook over Dan Morin. But the 86 season was Rick against Joe. Same matchup. Jersey Rebels against the Ramblers. And the Ramblers came up on top on that one, 31-16. So Joe says, lost 4 Super Bowls. Time to win one. So hopefully he can take care of it. Take care of business. Good luck, Joe. And good luck to Rick, too. All right. So here we go. That's the end of that game. And over here, we're ready to start the second half. I got some things to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to broadcast the rest of this game. We'll see. Well, while we're waiting, let's go create the pregame files for Summer Sprint. Show you how to do that. 1980 Summer Sprint playoffs. So we already have both semifinals in. So the Super Bowl will be the 25th of January, 1981. Click on that in the calendar. Say schedule, add game, and it's going to be Orange County at Jersey. And there's no home field advantage in our league. You double click the game once it's an autoplay, say manual. Play both teams manually. Nope. We already have that in our league. Our rules are set that way. Our rules are set to no home field advantage. So we don't need to worry about that. So then we're in a league. Backup league. We're going to put that over here. So the league is backed up. Take those post files or pre-files. They're going to wind up in the send directory. Zip them together. And we're going to call it 1980 Summer Sprint playoffs. Week 3. Free. We're going to take that over here. I have all my leagues on box sync. Summer sprint. We drop it in here. We got to quickly edit the website. I'm sure this is fascinating. Right, guys? Save me some time later. So we're going to... Let's say this is going to be due a week from today, which is July 5th. Reports, league schedule report. All right, so that's ready. So let's go watch the rest of that game. Okay, so 14-3 Eagles on top. Minnesota has the ball. Incomplete. Another 2-minute zone as Dave continues his fine D-calling. 3rd and 5 now. If Minnesota can come down and get a touchdown here, man, it's game on. We've seen Rick try to go up top here a couple times. Bradford's flat card so good. You got to figure Dave will either be double teaming. Oh, another draw call for Asiata. Only picks up a yard. Brace contain, though, and you'll probably see Rick go for it here. You have such a strong flat passer, but when you start throwing and he's double teaming the right guys and 2 guys are in the zone, it kind of shakes your confidence a little bit. He goes 3 wide with Asiata. If Asiata's guessed wrong, he'll get you 4 yards on a lot of these, but some of these 7, 9, and 5, that would be stopped short. So that's 6, 10, 14 chances. So only 22 out of 36 is going to make it for you. And if it gets the white die 1, well, you're only making it on like 6 chances out of 36. It's a curl to Adam Thielen. It's a pass rusher coming. That's Bradham. And it hits the blank on the receiver card. He needed his receiver to help him out there. Thielen just couldn't do it. So Eagles take over near midfield. Of course, if he would have run there, see, that's what's happening with me against Dave. It's like, if I had done that play before, and then gone back to the other call, they both would have been successful. But instead, they were both very unsuccessful. And that's what we're seeing with Rick so far. 10:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Screen right to Matthews. Nobody's there. And that was an interception split. I think it's only a 2 or 12 anyway, but if he had stuffed 2 men over there, ifs and buts and candy and nuts and all that stuff. 10-12 to go in the third quarter. Eagles would love to take command of this game with a touchdown drive. Facing a 2nd and 3. Pressure is on. Off tackle right to Ken John Barner. Guessed wrong. Nobody's in the zone. 4 yards and a first down. First and 10 at the 42. These guys, this pace is a little glacial. Come on, guys, pick it up. Let's go. Button hook to Ryan Matthews. Guessed wrong. 10-yard pickup, and they're in field goal range. Well, I can get my email out to the league. Summer sprint. Out left, Ryan Matthews loses 4. Guessed right by Rick. Nice call there. 2nd and 14. I need a cough button. I'll sneeze there. And 14, 3-3-5 showing blitz. This league, there is no formation restriction, so you can do whatever you want. Pitch out right to Sproles. There's a man there. Guess wrong, picks up 7. So it's 3rd and 7 at the 29. Income. Well, that was only a 2-yard gain on 3rd and 7. 4th and 5. He brings out the field goal kicker, and it's up and good. Back to a 14-point lead as Caleb Sturgis kicks it through the uprights. Could have been worse given the ball over on that short field. So here comes the Vikings. Incomplete on first down on a flat pass guessed right. The run draw to Asiata. White die 1 makes it guessed right. Only picks up a yard. Third and 9. Short pass to Cordero Patterson. And complete on the D card. And it's time to punt. Even though the Eagles are average to poor, it's because of their ratings, but not a lot of hits there. Oh, there's a fumble. It looks like the Vikings got a break here as they recover it at the Eagles 42. Maybe that's what they need to kickstart this comeback. First and 10. Got to see how many times Rick's won the league. Rick won in the 86 match. "13 yards on a flat pass to Thielen." He used the linebacker to double team, but when you go for a flat pass and you're using a linebacker to double team, it doesn't really count. Now they're into field goal range. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. McKinnon in the backfield. Screen right to McKinnon, being doubled. 7-yard pickup. Bradford's strong card coming through. Championship for Battle Royale. Did Rick ever win that one? Rick is 1-1. He lost the Battle Royale and he won the summer sprint. .412 to go in the third quarter, 2nd and 3. Pitch to Adam Thielen. There's nobody there. He tries to key Asiata. This should be a first down for the offense, and it's not only a first down, it's a 16-yard pickup. The ball goes down to the 6. First and goal at the 6. Crossing Banner to Diggs, double covered, and he's sacked. Is that Brandon Graham? No, it's Rodney McLeod. The free safety goes up against McKinnon's 3 pass rush rating, and it was a 55% chance of a sack, and 51% came up. So he was 6 yards away from glory. Now he's 13 yards away from glory. Pitch out right to Jared McKinnon. And it's a 36-yard gain on 2nd and goal. That's a touchdown. And folks, it is now 17-10 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Vikings. They took advantage of the fumble punt. They punched it in, and now they're trailing by a single score. So let's go over here. I'm going to say we should make the deadline Friday. Thursday. Let's say Thursday. August 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Because the game's supposed to be released on the 3rd. No, it's August 8th, so we're okay. Never mind. Eagles get the ball at the 40 after a 32-yard return, and then boom, right away, a 21-yard run by Ryan Matthews. Guessed wrong. Vikings get close, but so many good weapons on offense for those Eagles. Button hook to Matthews against the run call. A 9-yard pickup. That's into field goal range now. So we'll stick with August 5th. It's their Sunday, August 5th. Second and 1. Sneak to Wentz. Guessed wrong. Picks up 2 and a first down. Whoa. I got some fireworks going on there in Minecraft. Very cool. What? It's not. It's a cool game, guys. First and 10, inside run to Ryan Matthews. Linebacker in zone 0+5. Eric Kendricks can't make the play. And we're into the fourth quarter. Vikings desperately needing a stop. Holding to at least a field goal or maybe a turnover. Turnover killed their, spurred their previous drive. Off tackle right, Sproles. Picks up 4, 3rd and 1. Pitch out right to Ryan Matthews. He's being keyed. And he loses 5. Nice job by Rick there. And Sturgis isn't the best kicker, so if he gets a lucky roll here, he might escape still being down by 7. Here's the kick. Nope, it's up and good. He needed an 8 or 9. The roll was a 4, so it'll be 20-10. Still manageable if you get a score on this next drive. Okay, I'm going to shut this broadcast down, and I'll make a new one just for the fourth quarter. The broadcast. Watch your broadcast? I should have a daily broadcast now. Daily vlog. Actually, I haven't shut it down yet. Inside run draw to Matt Asiata. Short gain. And it's got the box. I'm glad I didn't shut the broadcast down. Suddenly, the Vikings are in Eagles territory as they get a 29-yard gain by Matt Asiata. I got to fix that file I was just working on. Let's really do 8.5. Second and 5. 5-yard flat pass there. Oh, no, it was another run draw. Oh, no, that was a flat pass. Now it's a run draw. And it was called run, so it turns out to be keyed. And instead of... Oh, if he had guessed that wrong, it would have been a 23-yard gain. Ooh, my goodness. Instead of a 1st and 10 inside the 20, we're now looking at 3rd and 6 at the 42. And here it comes at 3-4 for the Eagles. We see him go up top to Thielen and Diggs. Instead, it's a draw to Asiata. He needs the defensive cards, and he gets it. A short gain, and this time it's a 24-yard run. As the linebacker had moved, so he got the box plus 10. And now it's 1st and 10 at the Eagle 18. Fourth quarter, 11:06 to go. In field goal range, screen right to Diggs. 5 linebacker there, single covered. Loses a yard. White die 6, but he's not getting the juju over here on these ones. Instead he gets a receiver reading, guessed right. Bradford's only thrown for 112 yards today, despite throwing the ball nearly 30 times. 10:30 to go in the game. 3-4 against the 3 wide. Will he try a draw? Will he go for a flatty? It's a run to Thielen against. It's a cruel to Thielen against a run call. You know, don't let Dave fool you by saying how bad his defense is. Look at that. Blank, 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 blank. That 4-minute zone short pass card is tough to crack. If that would have been a flat pass, he could have easily gotten it picked off there by throwing it flat left or flat right, as Dave had flooded the flats on those. 3-3-5 showing blitz. Inside run draw to Jerick McKinnon. Goes nowhere, set up for a field goal. So 20-13 if this is good. And it is. Now the Vikings need to stop and a score. Kick goes 9 yards deep. Wendell Smallwood's got a nice touchdown chance. On 3, I think. He brings it out. Only gets it to the 24. No, the touchdown's on 11. 9 minutes to go in the game. Crossing pattern to Jordan Matthews against the run call. And it's a receiver reading plus 16. Matthews is maxed. Like I said, really tough offense to stop. Out to the 40. 8:24 to go. Crossing pattern to Matthews. Guessed right this time. 3-minute zone only, though. It's a dump off. Goes incomplete on the Ryan Matthews receiver reading card, which is pretty darn good for a halfback. Pretty good yardage numbers there. Not a ton of hits, but still plus 10, plus 8, plus 7, plus 27. Guessed wrong's even better. Not max, but pretty good. 2nd and 10. Eagles. 8:06 to go. Darren Sproles checks in. So he's got Sproles. He's got Smallwood. He's got Barner. He's got Ryan Matthews. Slant to Trey Barton. Guessed right, but it's a dump off for 10 yards. Another first down for the Eagles. So frustrating. Linval Joseph had no chance to beat Brandon Brooks on that play. At midfield, 7:30 to go. The Eagles can get 20 yards and get a field goal. They can pretty much put this game away. Pitch out right to Ryan Matthews. 20-yard pickup. He gets it in one roll. Look at that. Now he just needs to control the ball, burn clock. $6:54 to go in the game. Inside run to Ryan Matthews. Keyed, looking for that fumble split on 5. Doesn't get it. It's a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6. Eagles happy to burn clock here. Sturgis misses on 8 and 9 in this range, so not a guaranteed. He might switch it up and go with a flat pass since he's seeing Rick Key. The Eagles have already taken out the number 1 seeded Seahawks. They're on the verge of taking out the number 2 seeded Vikings. And they won their opening wildcard game. Who is that against? Let's see this play and we'll check it. 2nd and 6 at the Minnesota 26. Quick slant to Zach Ertz. Guess wrong, nobody there as they were trying to keep Sproles. 6-yard pickup, exactly what he needed to burn the clock, move the chains. Let's check the SFFRL. So the Eagles beat the Cardinals 14-13. That was their toughest win so far. And they crushed the Seahawks 24-6. Hey, it happens, guys. I don't win every game. My boys are giving me this look like, what? You lost? I'll take a run to Ryan Matthews. And it loses a yard. I've played, I think, in about 11 leagues this year, and I won like 7 of them. So I've had my fair share of wins. 5 minutes left. 2nd and 11. The clock just keeps ticking down. Well, if plays that go nowhere, but just they burn the clock. 4:30 to go. 3rd and 11 now. Here we go. 3rd and 11. 3-3-5 showing blitz. Watch him run here. Does he have the courage needed to key him and try to force that fumble on 5? He doesn't run. That's a good call. It's a slant to Trey Burton, hoping for an interception split, and he got the, oh my God, he got the 2-7 interception split on 11, and he's taking it out back to the 25-yard line, only trailing by 7 with 4:12 to go. That was huge. I'm telling you, you run there, you try to set up the field goal to put you back up by 2 scores. Instead, Dave says, forget it. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to make a strong call, burn more clock, inside run to Asiata, and it blows up. And Asiata picks up 15 yards. Let's look at his yardage so far, 8 for 70. He's really picked it up because he was struggling earlier in the game, 3:36 to go. This game could be headed to overtime. The Eagles are getting burned on those box cars today, or those double box. Quarterback draw to Bradford, thinking he might key. He picks up 5. So the Vikings have found their mojo in this 4th quarter. They figured out how to stop the Eagles. They took advantage of a turnover on a fumbled punt. Got their first touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Then they traded field goals, got it back to a 7-point lead. It looked like the Eagles were about to put the game away, but a nice pass call, crossing pattern to Cordell Patterson. Guessed right, picks up 11, gets out of bounds, 2:42 to go. An interception of Carson Wentz has given the Vikings a chance here. Diggs, Patterson, and Thielen are all covered by 0s. But you see the problem if you land on the Eagles D card, there's a lot of blanks. It's a run draw to Asiata and a run call, but the Vikings still pick up 2. Could have been a lot worse. .206 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 42. 42 yards away from the end zone. 42 yards away from tying this up. Sideline left to Diggs. 7-yard pickup. That'll set up a 3rd and 1. Time's not really a factor here. There's plenty of time to pick up the 2 or 3 first downs you need. You actually want to use up a lot of the time so that the Eagles don't have a chance to get the ball back. What you need here is first downs. So these next 2 plays, or maybe just this next play, is crucial. 2 minutes to go. 20-13. Eagles getting desperate. They go to a 3-4 against this 3 wide. That way they can call run, drop one guy in, and still have all the flats covered. It's a quick slant to Rudolph. There's a 6 there, and he's being double covered by a linebacker. So it's a receiver reading of guest right, picks up 6. 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 29. No reason to use your timeouts here. You might need them if you turn the ball over. But Rick doesn't listen to me. He uses his timeout. You want the clock to bleed. You want it to get down to where this drive is the last one that matters. Maybe even go for 2. That run call, even with 2 men in zone for the Eagles, can still get you 5 or 4 yards up the middle on 7 and 8. Double covered Diggs by the free safety, incomplete. 1:45 to go, 2nd and 10. That's why you don't use your timeouts. If somehow you miss it on 3 straight tries, you want to be able to call timeouts and get the ball back one last time for desperation. Still 3 wide against a 3-3-5. Inside run draw to Asiata. Can he get the double box again? Oh my God, he gets it again. Down to the 14. Asiata is putting the team on his back. He's beast mode right now. Let the clock run. Don't call timeout. There you go. 1:22 to go. 1st and 10 at the 14. You can still pick up a first down without getting a touchdown. Will he stick it on the ground? Will he let Bradford take a shot? Maybe the Eagles want him to score now so they can get the ball back quickly. Inside run draw again to Asiata. He's not going to get that 8 again. No, he gets a 2-yard gain. And let the clock run. The Eagles might call timeout here. Nope, it just goes hurry up. 2nd and 8, 1 minute left. Diggs, Thielen, Patterson are the receivers. Rudolph's the tight end. Asiata's the halfback. Everything's amplified on this last drive. Asiata's a 0 pass blocker, but he's not showing blitz. Inside run draw. Guessed wrong, only picks up a yard. You want to land on that defensive card. A flat pass there would have been a 7-yard gain. I would have brought up a 3rd and 1. Instead, you got 3rd and 7. Does he take a shot at the end zone? Does he try to run it? Set up a 4th down, break and contain. Here we go. We got the 3-4 against the 3-3-5 again. 4-man end zone on the D card, but Bradford's card good enough. I think I might go for a short pass. Or flat. I don't think I'd run it here. Crossing pattern to Diggs, single covered. He wants it on the O card. He gets it on the O card, but it's incomplete. 4th and 7 now. 45 seconds left. Do or die time. Rick doesn't care how it happens, but he wants to get in the end zone. Must run. 2 through 6 would work. But the must run's only on snake eyes for Bradford. 6. 16 chances guessed right on a short pass. Assuming it's not double teamed. Will Dave go for the triple double team here? Will Rick decide to go for a flat pass? Maybe try to hit Asiata out of the backfield. Asiata on a guessed wrong on an abandoned flat could be good. Not showing blitz. What to do, what to do. Curl to Adam Thielen. He's being double covered. And it's a dump off for 2 yards. The dump off would have worked on a 5 or a 3. And that's the game. The Eagles will advance to the Super Bowl. Taking a knee here for Carson Wentz, and it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles facing off in the SFFRL Super Bowl. It's the Strat Fan Forum Replay League. I was fine with either one. I mean, both these teams are tough. I already lost to the Eagles. I'd love to have another chance at him. But then again, I've lost to him, so maybe he's going to beat me again, you know? So both teams are really good. It looks like they're locked up, but I'm going to shut down the broadcast. There's no way that the Eagles will win from here. I mean, that the Eagles will lose from here. The Vikings have no timeouts, 30 seconds left, and the Eagles have the ball. But that would, but they're not going to do that because they wouldn't throw it. They would just, yeah, it's just going to take a knee. It could be. I guess you could get a snap fumble. There is a very. All right. Just to see, it's 1 in 1,000 chance, but. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut down this broadcast. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. What if Ryder's right? What if there is some kind of crazy thing going on? $30 seconds left.